never seen before. So I speak real nice to my day. I start with prayer to push my way. As I follow the path that's lit for me, and I speak to the light I see. Hello, sun. Hello, shining bright today. Your sunshine makes me feel okay. I love a sunny day. As the sun hits my face, I can
1
feel the
minute
energy flow.
until showtime.
I'm alive and that alone is a reason to rejoice. So I thank you for the sunshine, even thank you for the rain. I even thank you for the beauty the sun brings after the rain. Hey, hey, sun. Hello, sun. Hello, sun. Shining bright today. Feels so good. Your sunshine makes me feel great. I love a sunny day. When the sun meets my eyes, I can't help but smile, and it makes me feel so good. So grab a friend or who's ever around, and together you'll greet the beautiful shining sun and say hello.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
How love goes. It's good for the soul. Oh, I got a long way to go, but it won't stop the pain. No, that's the kind of thing that keeps me coming back again and again. Till I see your face, I won't be satisfied. No, no, I won't stop. I won't quit until I'm yours and you are mine. And I can't live my life for nobody else but me. Everybody else trying to tell me what to do. I live without me. And that's the way that love goes. That's the way it goes. You say it's good for the soul. Everybody should know that's how love goes. It's good for the soul. Everybody should know that's how love goes. It's good for the soul. And everybody should know that's how love goes. It's good for the soul. Oh, I got a long way to go, but it won't stop the pain. No, that's the kind of thing that keeps me coming back again and again. Till I see your face, I won't be satisfied. No, no, I won't stop. I won't quit until I'm yours and you are mine. And I can't live my life for nobody else but me.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Testing. 1, 2. Huh? Good evening, everyone. I apologize for any inconvenience that may have caused your ears.
Turn
Yeah.
the volume back up now.
Okay. Here we go. Testing.
Yeah, you good.
We good? Okay. Take 2. You're tuning in live to the Healthy Soul Talk Show with your girl, your favorite therapist, Dr. Kimberly Thomas. Come on in here. We're live. as you clearly can hear. Thank you tuning in live on Blog Talk Radio. If you want to join in on this conversation, you could dial 323-870-4375. Again, that's 323-870-4375. Press 1 to join us. And of course, thank you for tuning in live on Facebook. If you posted comments, give us a heart thumbs up, share this live. We have this stimulating conversation that's going to happen this evening. So just get a little comfortable there. All right, and of course, if you want to email the show, you can email us at hst@ttlomedia.net. Again, that's hst@ttlomedia.net. And of course, you can follow us on all social media platforms at Healthy Soul Talk, and you can catch episodes of the show as well as other shows on TTLO Media, on iHeartRadio, and Spotify. I'm gonna get my work on my production voice, right?
Yo, what?
You know, so I could be doing commercials and stuff, right?
Oh, okay.
I'm going to polish my announcement skills.
Oh, okay.
I always wanted to read the announcements in church.
Really?
Yeah, but that was not my calling.
Really?
I think you have a...
Tanya, did you do the announcements for a minute? Yes. Yeah, Tanya did them for a minute at the old church.
At the old church?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Did you like it?
It's fine. Long as
Okay.
everybody gave me the stuff ahead of time.
Yeah, it's all about the quality of the announcement.
Because then I had to go rewrite every...
Oh,
Yeah,
Lord.
because I'm like, what am I reading? Like,
Because-
you know, the fish fry, like, you know, it's all written in our gang language and everything. So it's like, wow.
Yeah, you have to...
You got to study it.
a lot of times, the writer of the announcement will make the reader sound like they're reading at a third grade level.
Real slow. It takes practice.
Because you're trying to read, and you expect to just you just hand me a piece of paper and all the words are together, I'm good. But if you don't know how to write complete sentences, and you gonna have me up there like Anchorman, like I'm just reading what's on the paper.
Oh, my goodness. Yes. All right. How y'all doing this evening?
I'm great. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right. I am doing all right. It's a beautiful day. I like this weather. I just need a little bit more rain.
What?
Yes.
For what?
My garden.
Don't you got a water hose?
Yeah, but rainwater is the best for gardens.
Is the water that's coming out the hose not the same as coming out the sky?
No.
Where the water that came from the hose come from?
It was treated.
Where did it come from?
Wherever
from a
filter
plant.
is coming through.
Where did they get it from?
That's a good question.
No, it's not a good question. I'm trying to get y'all
Oh, you
to...
tried.
No,
okay,
seriously,
you trying
no.
to be.
No, the
sarcastic.
water, actually the rainwater is very different.
Yes, it is.
Because of the pollution in the air and everything else like that. Like, taking fact for old TV example, Different Strokes. When Kimberly decided to wash her hair in rainwater, but it turned green because of pollution. It is actually different water.
Mm-hmm.
The pH and everything else, you got all the pollutants in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you almost trying to be funny and be like, okay, so why you don't eat snow? You're not supposed to eat the snow.
Even the one that's falling out the air?
It has to go through all the stuff before it gets to your mouth. It's not pure.
Yeah, there is a such thing though. I mean, like, here's my hit. Did you know? As watermelon snow. It smells like watermelon snow.
Oh.
It looks pink, but because of pollution, that is why it's pink. And yes, and no, you cannot eat it.
Interesting. See, okay. Now I know what I'm gonna do when I get home. Thank you. You all right, Dr. King over there?
I'm good. I'm great. I'm great.
All right, thank y'all for tuning in live here. Let's see here. Welcome. All right, here we go. Let's jump right on in here, cause
Yeah, you should have been here 10 minutes earlier.
Here we go. You know how we do. We kick it off with the spiritual connect point. And this particular question, this topic, I was just in that space.
You were sitting in space.
I was in this space.
Oh, in this space. I'm like, you was on the.
Probably was.
I thought you got a ticket on the SpaceX rocket that went up with Virgin dude the other day. You got 250 just laying around, huh?
Did you just say the Virgin dude?
What's his name? The Virgin dude.
Oh, Branson.
Branson. Yeah, him.
Oh my God.
I'm like, you got 250, huh?
Listen.
Okay.
So here's the question, because I feel like I have to give my little,
Yeah. Well, where
my
did this
spiel.
come from?
Right, here we go. So the question is, does God have a spouse for everyone?
Okay.
Right? Does God have literally a marriage partner? Right?
Okay.
And so good evening, Malia. How are you? I posed this question because growing up, right? And this is a spiritual point here. I often heard, God has someone for everybody, right? And even when not in church, you would often hear people say, just wait your turn. Right? Somebody out there for you. And they created this sense of you're not complete, right? Until God sends you your soulmate, as they say. Your life is not reaching its full potential, right? Until you've settled down with a marriage partner. And so obviously as I got older and living life and just experiencing things, of course you see where not everybody gets married. That's number one. Not everybody desires to be married. But also to that came, and I don't even have scripture for this, by the way, because I couldn't find in the Bible where God promised everybody that they would get married. You
didn't find it?
That's why I have you. And I said self. Now you because first of all, I've not yet read the entire Bible. I will, admit that.
Really?
No.
I'm just messing with you. Go ahead.
And so I've studied this in terms of relationships and just, very things that were relevant to me or Bible studies that I've had. Right. And so, but I could not find where God promised humans, right, that everybody will be given a spouse. Right. I saw the beauty and the blessings that he has and he created for marriages. I also saw the beauty and the blessings he had for people who were not married. Does that make sense? So I see the Bible reflect both walks of life. But yet we created this society, and specifically in the church, where we all should be waiting on, right? God to send us a spouse, because that would eventually lead to the supreme happiness. And we're talking about, self this month. We're talking about, happiness, inner joy, and peace. And, I actually had to get to a point like, how do you not live life based on how external factors created this? Okay, just know whatever you experience. But until you, quote unquote, get this, you haven't experienced nothing. Does that mean like you there's no real sense of peace and joy until you have gotten your spouse, right? And some people, there's somebody right now living life for their future spouse, right? And of course, every time you reach a milestone, every time you reach another birthday, or you look at, even society dictates when you should have children, and this whole white fence, big red house, right? All this stuff where it says if you don't have these particular blessings, then your life is not meaningful, right? You're not loved, right? You're not worthy, right? Something's wrong with you if you don't get proposed to.
Okay.
That's one thing. And then something's wrong with you if you don't get married. And then you put your glasses on for this one.
Yeah, I'm trying to get ready.
I'm getting there now. And I think that I've had to be careful because along my journey, I've had to distance myself from some singles ministry because they often too
point only towards marriage.
Right, like just wait,
Yeah.
just wait, and you would have these jokes, and you would have these, like how do you feel, or can you wait till God sends you your this, and this, and they reference, people in the Bible, and I'm just like, okay, there's so much more to life. Right? The concept of being married. So that's why I posed that question, because, we have to be careful right now that we're not living in fantasy. We're not living in this. We didn't put God in a box to say, okay, God, I appreciate all these blessings, but the one you really need to bless me with is marriage, because that's what we say is the ultimate, right, happiness that you desire us to have. Right, so that's kind of where I was when I posed that question, and I think that it warrants the understanding that God has lifestyles, right, where everybody is viewed the same in His eyes, right, the single and the married. He loves everybody. You know what I'm saying? There's no status put on a pedestal,
right?
Does that make sense? Like, oh, you just you the black sheep of the family in the Christian, right? In the Christian sense, because we're the elitists, right? Because we got the marriage, the one that God says, it's better to marry than to burn. And, we got all this, we can do all this stuff over here. You just you're limited. Right? So that's where it is. It's like, how do we help people understand that God, and you correct me, so I'm all for correcting. I did not read where God promised everybody will get married. And Ernest says not everyone is meant to be married. Welcome here, Ernest. Thank you for joining in. All right, come on in, Doctor, because I know that I was kind of long-winded there.
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm trying to share your stuff over here. I first want to say I thought the topic was quite interesting, and apparently I wasn't the only one, because LaTanya thought the topic was quite interesting.
I wanted to know how.
What was your exact words you asked me earlier?
I want to know how he was going to.
She wanted a preview.
I need a preview.
She didn't want the live answer. She didn't want the live answer.
I just needed 2 sentences, and he tried to skate. He could have just gave me a little taste, like coming preview.
That is funny.
Yeah,
Because
she wanted the real.
I did not read it until this moment.
Oh my goodness, that is funny.
You didn't read what until this moment?
I must have glossed over it, and then it was just like, does God have a spouse?
Oh, you mean you didn't read her? Yeah.
Verse for this,
Yeah.
So let me go this way first, and thank you. And Ernest, was it Ernest? Let me go back to the chat.
Ernest Hinton. Yep.
Ernest Hinton Jr. Ernest Hinton Jr. is 100% correct. Not everyone is meant to be married, and I'll say that nowhere in the Bible will you find where God promises a spouse for everyone. I hear myself somewhere, so one of y'all turn down y'all phones or something. But not it's the headphones. Oh, okay. Not everyone is meant to be married, and God does not choose your spouse. Okay. So
all right.
let me go a little further into this. Only
Tell us, my black brother.
only 2 times in the Bible did God ever instruct or even push people into marriage. Only twice that I can recall.
Okay.
And I didn't do a lot of research. I just went off based off what I had been taught and what I knew. But one of them was in Hosea, when God commanded the prophet. Now y'all don't get mad at me, but God told the prophet Hosea to go get you a wife that's a hoe.
I mean, they still do that today.
I'm gonna sip a little bit. Huh?
That one that could do tricks.
He said.
Flips. That's not.
I
I'm
can
sorry.
believe
wrong,
that.
Wrong
I can
version.
believe
I
that.
didn't
He
know
said-
that. Let me go read that
It's
part.
somebody that was
God
swinging on the
told-
pole.
he told Hosea
supposed to.
go get yourself a wife of whoredom. Let me use the correct language. Of whoredom, and have children of whoredom.
So he said, "Go get you a baby mama."
Now, this wasn't for Hosea's sake, right? But God says that tells us to pursue marriage with those who share our faith and walk in holiness. So now God told Hosea to marry a prostitute for a more of a visual lesson.
Okay.
Right, for all of God's people to see, right? So this was one of those God gets the glory moments, right? So God said, "Go take your wife of this people." He said, "For the land commits great whoredom by forsaking the Lord." So Hosea's marriage was God's picture of God pursuing a whorish nation or wayward people. So God will go to the extreme lengths to even find a lost and choose lost people. That's the one, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Then in the New Testament, the only other option that I could recall, and if there's anybody who knows something different, feel free to chime in, was with Mary and Joseph.
Okay.
And when God just simply told Joseph, "Don't be afraid to take Mary as your wife based off what you now know."
Got it.
This was strictly to ease Joseph's comfort, because Joseph knew that his baby mama was pregnant and he wasn't the daddy, even though he was supposed to be the daddy of her children, and he was the daddy of the rest of her children, because we tend to forget that Jesus had brothers and sisters.
That is true.
But so this God was intent on doing this for redemptive purposes. Right?
Yeah.
So Joseph needed to marry a virgin so that centuries of prophecies might be fulfilled and God's redemptive plan could come to pass. That's what that is. At the end of the day, God gives us freedom to choose. Now,
Got it. Okay.
let me go further. There are people, even though God does not choose our spouse, we should be in prayer when choosing a spouse. Because if we choose wrongly, come on now, if we choose wrongly, meaning outside of the will of God, right? So let's talk about the choice. If God was choosing our spouse, then there would be then that takes away from who God is as far as God being love. Right?
Okay.
So because the choice must be free.
Okay.
God won't control our choices because love must be free. He's not going to control our choices because love has to be free. Now, when I say free, it doesn't mean without a cost. But I mean free to choose. But your choices, every choice you make comes with consequences.
Yeah.
Right? So if you heard, if it was God's will for us to marry a particular person, then refusing him would then put us in disobedience, and then we would have to then turn around or marry somebody that God told us to marry. That would make us obey God, but then we would no longer be in free will. Yeah. Just like we come to God in free will, we should. Yeah. When we make up our minds to come to the Lord, it's in free will. Now, there's those who might say we come to God out of fear because, our parents or grandparents said you don't want to go to hell. So we went out of fear. And that even that could be the case, but why do you stay? Yeah. So you may have all walked down the aisle and got baptized out of fear. But you did. But when you got baptized, most of us, we were baptized as children. We just were trying to, we had this discussion a couple of weeks ago in Bible study. I remember Pastor Person said he just did it so he could eat the bread and the juice. Because we were wrongly taught that you had to be baptized before you could get bread and juice.
Yeah.
Right? But it's a free will thing. We freely say we love God. We freely choose to love God. And God freely chooses to love us, which means we then can turn around and freely choose whom we choose to love. Now, let me say something before somebody jump in. Free love does not mean I can freely choose. Now, yes, I can freely choose.
Free love.
Free love, because see, I know where somebody listening might want to go with this. So let me make sure I'm clear. That doesn't mean that means I'm still free to choose, and free to choose absolutely wrong. That means I'm free to choose the same sex, even though I know it's wrong. Right now, I believe this, and I told you I've said this on maybe not your show, but my show, maybe this show too. Because I believe that God, the Bible tells us that God does ordain marriage.
Yes.
But God is not going to bless a marriage that he knows is going to be fruitless. And when I say the term fruitless, it does not mean children. It means it's not going to produce anything but bitterness and anger and division and hurtfulness and all that. God wouldn't have, first of all, God wouldn't have selected that. And had you been in right relationship with him, he wouldn't have let you select it either. I wish I had some help. So when we use those terms, well, God will pick your spouse. No, God gives us free will.
But I think also though, like if going back to what Ernest said, not everyone is not meant to be married.
And go back to that. Absolutely.
We should enjoy dating. Right. And I mean that in the sense of without the expectation that our dating should lead to, right, marriage. And ultimately there has to be because again, whether it's biblical pressure, right? Meaning, how you grew up or expectations of your family, pressures of society, you get older. But we've kind of lost, okay, we're social beings. We were designed to spend time, right, with each other. There's so many things in this world to do, right? To where we don't enjoy dating. We don't enjoy being in another person's company because their mindset is, I have to screen you, right? To see if you're the person I'm supposed to spend the rest of my life with. So now you're not even enjoying the moment. You're not even embracing, right? Being in good company, right? Having good conversation, experiencing all that, what's on this earth, right? To experience, which could be traveling or, going to different things to see landmarks, all of that stuff. You can't enjoy it because the mind and the heart says, the mission is to get a spouse, right? So that, and that's kind of what this was too. Is like understanding that, don't miss life, right? Under the impression that God is supposed to get you exposed to your lifelong partner because that's the ultimate happiness in life. Does that make sense? Like you can't live life, right? You can't enjoy dating. You can't even enjoy kicking it, right, with people because you're always trying to position yourself to find an attraction. That has been
I'll use the word. That has been a misnomer for quite some time. I got to look for saying misnomer.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
That has been a misnomer unfortunately for women. Wrongly attributed to women that you should be married. You should be married before you're 35. You should be married and have children already. For a man to go unmarried for a while, it wasn't a big deal. But now, if you a man and you 40, you've never been married, are you gay?
Or if you don't have children, is something wrong with you? Right?
Can you not have kids? What's
are you
what's
even
wrong?
doing anything to get it?
Are you are you really the 40-year-old virgin? Could be. Or are you or are you not interested in women or whatever? Women get called an old maid or what was the other one? I forget, there was some horrible terms that they laid on women who either weren't chosen, right? We watched Bridgerton, the show on Netflix or whatever channel it was. Somebody's channel.
Somebody's channel.
And that whole first season was dealing with the families who had daughters who were trying to get their daughters chosen, getting their daughters up ready for marriage. Right? Whereas some of them just wanted to be able to date. Right? So even if you go back to biblically, just for biblical reference, only 2 disciples are by name mentioned to have ever been married. And that was Peter and Philip.
Okay.
There's some implication that some of the other ones were, but it's never like mentioned by name. We know by name that Peter and Philip were married because there's a verse that talks about Peter's mother-in-law. Well, you don't get one of them.
Okay.
Right, unless you jump a broom or do something, or whatever they was doing back in the day. But so to say that God chooses a spouse or God wants for us to be married, that's incorrect. That's the same language that has caused the reason when people say the divorce rate in this country was so high at 50 some odd % or whatever it was. I don't know what it is now. It's probably higher. It's because the church has forced people into marriages that they should not have ever been in. And I know it looks good on paper to not have a child, and my mother hates this term, so hopefully she's not listening, but it looks bad on paper to have a bastard child. She just hates that word. She just really hates that word. But at the same time, you are going to meld 2 people together who probably should not be together. Now, they were together and made that baby.
Right.
Right, for that moment or that time. Mm-hmm. Right, but that does not mean, even biblically or spiritually, that they are equally yoked. Right? Because it's a whole lot of folk, and then they will stay married, and we talked about this. We know people in the church who have gotten married strictly for church purposes.
Yes.
Because I need to be married before y'all consider me as a pastor.
Right.
Or I need to be married before I could be a deacon.
Well, and not just in this particular culture,
no.
right? It's all across the world.
In Asian culture, it's big in Asian culture. They do it. Yeah. You know, that's part of the deal. And it's horrible and it's unfair to both parties to say that, and then to try to put it off on just wait for God to choose. Okay, if that's the case, I could just sit home with my feet up and wait for God to send them to the door. Right?
Knock, knock.
Come on now, because hell, I can be honest with you. I remember for years when I was old enough to finally buy some alcohol. The first thing I bought was some Coke 45 because I opened up the whole 6-pack just to see if some cute girl was gonna knock on the door like they did for Billy D. It never happened. What? I said what I said. I'm just telling you what it is. It never happened. I bought the 6-pack. I bought the 40. I kept opening them.
She never came.
She never showed up. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know what to tell you. But what I'm simply saying is, it does not work that way.
Right.
It requires us to go out. God made us all these wonderful personalities.
Yes.
Gave us all these wonderful characteristics. Why would he then force us not to learn to explore? How can you know love if I arranged your marriage? And you never got the chance to experience, watch this, falling in love or heartbreak. Right? Because even heartbreak teaches you something.
Yes, indeed.
Right?
Indeed.
Even heartbreak teaches you something. Even being, cheated on or whatever. Mm-hmm. All these things teach you. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. So it's all to strengthen our faith in him. So if I'm saying, watch this, if at the same time I open my mouth to say God is going to send me somebody, then that means I'm not trusting my faith in God that if I go out and look on my own, I'll be okay. And even if I get hurt in the process, God is still with me. So whatever hurt that I come upon by choosing wrong, come on now, I've chosen wrong twice. Hell. Mm-hmm. Huh? What? I said what I said. I'm just trying to help the people.
But also though, like on the single side,
yes,
right? it also gets to where you change how you command God to send you a spouse, right?
Which we can't do.
But I'm saying we do that.
Right.
Right. We do that.
We pray.
Right? We
God
pray.
send me.
Yeah.
And what you can do is while you're dating, right? While you're dating, what you can do is say, God, after you get to a certain point, is this my husband? Is this my wife?
Right.
Right? But if you've been now here's the problem.
Well, ask him where is it going first.
But no. Because you can do all that too. But I'm saying it to say this. If here's the problem. A lot of times we get in right relationship with the person and we're not in right relationship with God. So now if you and I are dating and we are not in right relationship with God, what's going to happen is once we get in right relationship with God, then all of a sudden, because we're in right relationship with God, our eyes are now going to be open to some things. And then we're going to say, well, now it's like, now I got to have you compete with God. Which one will I choose? Whereas if I was in right relationship with God, when I went spouse searching. Huh? When I went husband hunting, when I went wailing for a wife or howling for a husband, whatever it is, whatever those situations are, if I was in right relationship with God first, then the knuckleheads, the chicken heads, the side pieces, I would miss a lot of those extra steps. Because it's not in God's will for us to be hurt, but because of free will, he will let us make the wrong decision. So if I'm in right will with God, and when the Bible says order my steps,
right,
then God will say, I know she cute, I know she got good money, I know she got this, but bruh, I'm trying to save your life, make a left turn. And we go, nah, that's the one. You know, and then you down at the over there on Randolph in Washington over there signing some papers. I'm just trying to help the people.
What's Randolph in Washington?
The divorce place over there.
Oh, okay.
I'm just trying to help the people.
This is your man.
I'm just saying.
So the takeaway is
God does not. There's not a spouse for everyone.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
And
that's not a negative. That's not a bad thing.
But it's no more negative to say there's not a spouse for you, no more than college is not for every student, every high school student.
And, come on now.
Home ownership is not for every person.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
It's not. You know how many people don't own cars? Mm-hmm. Quite a few. Mm-hmm. Quite a few. Don't own cars and have no problem.
Yes.
Not owning one.
Yes.
Right? You know how many people rent in this country? Mm-hmm. Quite a few.
I like that analogy.
Because they don't want the everything that comes along with it. There are some who just date.
Right.
Now when people start talking about well, if you dating, then what happens when they end up moving in together and all that? Well, that's a
different level.
If you're in right relationship with God, you probably won't make that move if you're in right relationship with God.
Yeah.
But both parties have to be.
Correct.
That's where the equally yoke comes in. Go ahead.
No, and that's that's the takeaway, right?
Yes.
That life is to be enjoyed by everybody.
Yes.
No matter what, quote unquote, your marital status is. Right? It does not matter, right? You can live a fulfilling life whether you have a spouse or you don't, right? And because you don't does not take anything away from, right, the goodness, right, of who you are as a person or your qualities, right, to be a wife or a husband. I think so much is just on the table with that and the mindset that comes with, well, you must not be, husband material, wife. And I'm talking about this because this plays a part in how people navigate life, right? Mm-hmm. That are they right? Why am I, this age and I haven't gotten to this particular status or this particular level, right? In relationship, is something wrong with me, and that's because it's external. You could be quite content coming home, right? living by yourself or whoever you reside with, not just coming home to quote unquote that person. You could be quite content navigating life, right? Like we just talked about, just dating and meeting people and on the social scene. But somebody along the way will make you think or try to make you think, right, that, still something is missing in your life, right?
God won't control.
You're settling.
Yeah, he won't control our choice, because to love is to be like God. Mm-hmm. And so when you think about the fact that God didn't have to choose us, but he did. Yeah. He made the choice. He didn't have to love us, but he did. He was free to reject us, but he loved us anyway because God is love. So when God invites us to love others, he's inviting us to live the highest possible virtue, which is the essential part of his nature. He's inviting us to become more like him. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that when you choose that person, when you make that choice, loving your spouse with the same constant selflessness. Yeah. Yeah. Same constant selflessness that God has. Yeah. That's what I got for you today. That's
okay. Good. I like it. I like because it's all about self this month, right?
I'm good. You didn't give me none of that during that.
All right, here we go. We're going to keep going. Yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. You're tuning in live to the Healthy Soul Talk Show. That was our spiritual connect point. Be okay with whatever design God has for your life, all right?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. We're going to keep moving here. Did you know? I chose this because I was like, wow, this is interesting. And I looked around my house. Did you know that the average home contains 300,000 items?
What? Where'd you get this? Where'd you find this at?
It's real.
It says here 1/4 of Americans have a clutter problem. The average home contains 300,000 items. And it goes on to, it's an article, NBC News Business Finance section. It says here that there are two things that are consequences of this, right? There's an emotional cost, right? Which means that the reason why we have so many items because of stress. Right? We just kind of collect and, we're always buying things, right, to organize our home, only to be, unorganized, right? But then it says the financial toll, right? And it was just talking about how much we could save, right, in our pockets, not just space and energy, but saving more money, right? If we take a look at around our homes and see how much stuff we don't need.
Yeah, that's why you have all these storage units.
That is true.
They're out here like Walgreens drugstores. Like, it's bad.
They are probably beating Walgreens drugstores right now. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think about that because we can emotionally buy, right? Or we want the latest of whatever. But also, we're finding things that to try to keep us content. And over the years, right, we just don't throw anything out, right? So that one was for me to like, oh, wow, I did just happen to stumble, across this. There's just a couple of websites that I looked through to get this stuff. And I was like, that's something to take a look at. And how often do we go through our homes and organize or toss out stuff, right? That can actually give us some emotional relief as well as financial. Right, because it talked about look around your home, how much stuff can you actually sell, right, or give away or donate, but yet you're still buying, right? And I know people who have are they pods that you can put in your yard
that they drop off.
Yeah, and so really thinking about like because I have a lot of totes, right, storage bins, and I was just like, wow, this is quite interesting. That like it's not large items that they're referring to, right? It's just items. So you'd be surprised if you just look around that one room, right? Where you just throw everything in it.
So if I have 100 pairs of socks, that's really 200 items.
Yeah. You have 200 pairs of socks?
No, if I have 100 pairs of socks.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That's really 200 items.
Well, I guess if you look at it like that.
If they're counting items.
Correct.
I'm
Well,
assuming they're counting items.
Correct.
Yeah, like the junk drawer with all the stuff in it that you don't have a clue.
Don't mention no. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
like it's a screw in there that came with something.
That you won't ever use again.
Right, until
Right.
And then when you clean out the junk drawer, all of a sudden whatever chair or table that screw came from, when you go to pick it up, it's gonna be missing that one screw, and you're gonna be like, I know I had one.
Let me go buy
I
another
saw
one.
it, but you done cleaned out the junk drawer. If you ain't got a junk drawer at home, something is
Oh my goodness! So that was
300,000 items.
300,000 items. 300,000.
My mama probably got that on the back porch.
What? Okay, we're about to move on.
Didn't we tell you about telling family business? you ain't never
Mother
get the
King,
real
I apologize.
throat chop.
We
At all.
no.
She probably got that on the back porch. Okay, let me stop.
All right, y'all. So take a look, right? How much of that can you say applies to you? All right, start decluttering. How many pairs of socks do you have?
Dana got a lot.
I thought we weren't doing family business on the air.
Well,
I thought we weren't doing family business on the air.
You asked the right question, you're gonna get the right answer.
I felt that all in my spirit.
But I thought you wasn't.
You got a lot.
I thought you wasn't doing family business on the air.
That is funny.
I got a few pair.
You got a few? Okay.
Not a few.
Times a few. Multiplied by a few.
By infinity. And beyond.
I like socks.
Do you have the matches? Are they all matched up?
The majority of them are.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
They
right.
get
Well, that's good.
They get rematched up after like 2 sets of laundry. I can normally find this from that whatever was missing from the first set of laundry is in the second set of laundry, and so then I can put them together at that point. And then you still find one straggler or two.
2 lost hopes.
Right. And then they find their way back at some point.
Oh my goodness. That is funny. All right, y'all. Now that was that did you know? Check your stuff. All right, let's keep going here.
Right.
Now we didn't talk about, God sending you somebody, right, to love you. But let's talk about self-love, right? All About Self series. This week we diving into 7 ways to love yourself. And I had another title for this, but when I put that in, it brought up a bunch of ungodly sites.
Oh, loving yourself.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
Loving on yourself.
And I was like, self, that's a little bit risky.
Well, James Brown said, jump back, want to kiss myself. That's what I heard him say it.
So we just use the word love, right? Because I want to use pleasure. And so, like I said, some other stuff came up.
Don't that fall under self-care? No?
Moving along. Let's go.
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to help the people.
Here we go.
Number 1. Let me help you on your way.
Number 1. Show yourself some affection. All right? Show yourself some affection. It says here, get a hug. Okay? We all need one.
Wait a minute. Do what?
Get a hug.
Oh, get a hug.
Get a hug.
Okay, got it.
Right? And I say that in the sense that we talked about this a few topics ago about, how many hugs you need a day. And I like this one because there are some people who, you ever heard somebody say, like, I don't like all that hugging and all that, touching, right? In that particular sense. And the body, right? The body needs touch. And I'm not talking about a hug, quote unquote, from an intimate partner. But people that haven't seen you in a while and you're standoffish, or you as they say, they give you that, well, you give them that church hug, right? Right? It's not meaningful. It's not an embrace. But you actually need that, right? So allow people, right, that you trust. Of course, I'm not just saying random people here, but allow that to happen for you, right? To hug, right? And you hug people, because that does something to you as well. Okay. So hug, right? So if you sitting next to somebody, not if you in a public place though, right? You with somebody, right? Just hug them, right? Because they probably could use one, and so can you. All right. The next one under here, to show yourself some affection here, is get a massage. Right, a professional massage. And this is here because, again, right, when you talk about what your body needs and how tense we are, you say, well, what does this have to do with love? Well, of course, if your body doesn't feel good, or it's tensed up, you do need some way, right, to care for your body, to put you in a good space. And so there are some amazing massage parlors out there. Have you two enjoy the professional massages?
Dana is a professional massage getter. I
was wondering what she was finna say. I was nervous.
I was waiting. Come on, girl. We can
Get her.
turn this show around.
No. We're not gonna turn it around. No. He visits places. Am I telling your business? And I'm so sorry. I'm like, no.
Yeah. So what do you enjoy about? And I say that in the sense of like allowing someone to provide that service to you, right? Like it does wonders. And this specific place that I've gone to, they use certain scents and oils, which we're gonna talk about later, like to really give you that experience, right? That the deep tissue massages, I like those, So get a massage, right? But it sounds like you enjoy the massages.
I enjoy a great massage. I have for years. I enjoy them to the point where I can't. I'll say it like this. I enjoy them to the point that I've learned how to be a great massager.
Come on, okay.
Huh?
Here we go.
Well, watch this. Now she gonna. I know what you're talking about. Really. So anyway,
let's move on.
Anyway.
So get a massage, right?
Yes, but no, absolutely get a massage. Massages are great.
Yeah,
massages are absolutely they are. I think they are. What are you saying?
Have you been massaged by him?
That's you gonna type out there. That's gonna be your point. If you've been massaged by this man, push 1.
Right.
Oh Lord,
Lord, 323-870.
Wait a minute. What's the commercial when people be having a lawsuit?
Yeah.
And they be like, if you've had massages by here, you may be eligible for
for a beat there. No, I'm just playing.
Oh my God.
Go ahead. Good Lord.
No, and that's right. We're talking about giving yourself affection,
yes.
Right? And in a healthy way, right? The last one here under this point, take a hot bath with bubbles.
Mm-hmm.
What? Hot bath, hot shower.
Set the atmosphere. Play the music, right? Get your scents. Make sure no interruptions are happening, right? Enjoy the hot water, right? The steam bubbles, right? They feel a certain way on your skin, right? We're talking about increasing those happy, right? Those happy chemicals in the body. So now, this is actually an intervention we propose all the time, even in a clinical setting, is to take long hot baths, right? And like I said, whether that be with your bubbles or some people use bath salts, right? Sometimes I use the lavender Epsom, salt, but I know bubbles here are particularly, it against the skin, right? And so really embracing, yourself, right? Taking care of yourself. So when you say showing yourself some affection, it really is you providing, right, something to you to make you feel good.
I agree with I used to be big on baths back in the day. I think when I was younger and got in and out of the bathtub easier. It was I enjoyed baths back in the day. And then as a young adult, I enjoyed them. I didn't have a problem. I loved candles. Just being around the bathtub. And me, this is me as a single dude. I just was like, that was a beautiful thing. And, you just sitting there, and when the water get cold, just run some more hot water and just call it a day. Yeah. But now I'm just not, I'm good.
Okay, then. Let's go to number 2. Because he's talking about not no more.
I'm good on that. I don't understand as I got older, the bath thing just, it makes me feel, it's like you're bathing in.
Here we go.
In dirty water?
In dirty water.
Really? Okay.
Because this is before everybody got all sophisticated. Well, you rinse off when you got out the tub. But first of all, y'all wasn't rinsing off when y'all got out the tub. Y'all got out that dirty tub and put that towel on yourself and then wipe yourself.
Some people who even take showers even, don't wash everywhere.
Well, that's a shower lesson. You say that for another show.
Well, I'm like, what?
They need a whole lesson. What, you missed the spot? You got to hit it twice, bro. Hit it twice.
Go up.
Here we go.
Down, round and round. Squash it. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Okay, thank
Number
you, Martin.
2, take care of your body, right? Meaning, we're 7 ways to love yourself. Take care of your body. Number 1, get enough sleep, right? That is first and foremost.
Sleep.
Everything is hard when you're tired, right? Life is hard when you don't get enough sleep, right? Your body becomes more susceptible to stress. You don't enjoy the things that you do. You're rushing, right? The day you're rushing conversations with people, and it's really because you need to get some sleep, right? So a part of loving you is to make sure you actually get, I'm talking some good sleep, right? The one where you wake up and you got slop on your pillow.
Bless him.
All right, get some sleep. The other one under this, I found this one interesting. We have a lot of tools that we use, and this was so specific. It says, buy the good ice cream.
Amen.
I know it sounds a little different, but when I read this, I was like, that is so true, because I once tried an alternate brand of my favorite ice cream, and I can't tell you how upset, and that's the best word I can use, I was, right? With not getting the good ice cream in the flavor that I enjoy, right? It says it, even on the tightest of budgets, buying the good ice cream is important.
I am 1,000.5 million% behind you with this one.
Uh-oh.
You must buy the best version of whatever ice cream you like.
Yes.
And I think that requires you to do some testing and some research. But,
I'm married at the Ben & Jerry's.
You what?
Ben & Jerry's.
Ben & Jerry's? Okay.
Ben & Jerry's slow churned.
Oh, here we go.
Something strawberry had the anointing of.
Strawberry shortcake, I believe?
No. It's just regular strawberry. But it had the anointing of at least 2 or 3 other prophets in the Bible. Huh?
And it's like you said, it's what you like. Right? It is what you like, whatever your brand is.
But you should get the better.
It's the best, right?
But there are people who, yeah, you're right. I'm gonna leave that alone, because there's some people who, like, you can give them what based off of ingredients and everything and the way it's created would be deemed the best by those standards.
Yeah.
You got people who still think that the clear handle ice cream in the gallon jug that's by whoever, the vanilla that you serve at the birthday parties, that's in that big jug with they swear that's the best ice cream in the world, whatever that is, because that's all they know. And when you give them something that's all natural and fresh with fresh vanilla beans and all that, they confused. Or if your strawberry ice cream actually has strawberries in it, I don't want that. They just want the pink strawberry ice cream, which was,
Okay,
help the people.
Buy the good ice cream, okay? Take care of your body, and because I promise you, I was upset. I don't know anybody else, but that disturbed my spirit.
It should have been. What did you buy? What kind of ice cream you like?
Pistachio.
Oh, well, whole problem
Three
anyway.
steps away from having wine in the bathroom
Man,
with candlelight and crying
That's your ice
about
cream.
whatever.
People actually eat that?
Right. Woo. Next week it'll be black walnut.
Yeah,
What we gonna do?
Black walnut.
Or pretty.
You old.
Yeah.
That's my mom's favorite.
That's my mom's favorite too.
Black wall. Yeah. And okay, then let's move on because I'm on the diet. Y'all, I know I can't be. I'm struggling already.
Them sound like your problems.
Here we go. Last one under this, right? Taking care of your body, loving yourself. Stop hating your body. All right? When you look in the mirror, right? I need you to go in on what you love. Them some beautiful, right? And you plug in the name. All right? Your body is your body. Okay? Understand that, you know, there's something you should love about you. Right? And you should not detest. You should not be discouraged from looking at your body in the mirror. So when those thoughts of things you quote unquote hate about your body, you need to replace that with looking at your body in the mirror and say, girl or man, you know you got some good, and you plug in that. Right? You got to keep telling yourself this. Stop hating your body. All right, so got it. Like y'all know the body parts y'all love about yourself.
I do.
Okay then.
Oh, I thought she was finna tell us
Okay, let's
the body parts you love about yourself. That's not what you was finna do. Oh,
Did you want to know that?
No.
Okay,
We
I'm
just
like, wait a
we
minute.
just making sure everybody in the room.
oh yeah, I love me some me.
Very specific with what you love.
Me.
Right, about tell yourself what
Yes,
you love.
I love me some me.
About your body. Very specific. I don't care
Your
if it's
body.
your toenail.
That's me.
Right. You're one part. Not the whole.
One part
Your
at a time.
body
You gotta say
all
what you
over
love.
my body. It's your body, babe.
I'm serious. Like you need to look at yourself.
0024.
Y'all are funny.
No,
For
I get it
real.
though. No, it is. No, you do. You have to tell yourself. I've learned that years ago. Instead of always looking in the mirror, picking out those things you don't like.
Yeah.
You have to, because otherwise you'll drive yourself crazy.
And also the mindset behind that is once you start to identify the things that you love about your body, you take care of it. So if you love your butt, what you gonna do? Make sure it's tight and right? Does that make sense? You begin to love the parts, If you love your hands, take care of your hands. There's so many people who, you know, and I notice it, like, hands are beautiful. Right? Because that's one thing they embrace about themselves. Your ears, your hair, your neck, right? Like, be specific. Find the parts that you love and take care of them parts. Oh my God.
Really?
All right, y'all, grab the parts, take care of them, okay?
grab them parts and take care of them. That's what I heard her say.
Whatever you need to do.
I just want to make sure I heard what I heard.
You know what I'm
talking solely on before you be part of the Me Too movement. You grab your part.
Oh, that's what she said.
Don't grab nobody else's
Oh, don't be going around.
part.
Oh, it's self-care.
This is self-care.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Nobody
Grab
else's
your
part.
parts.
Your own parts.
Your
and
own
take care of
parts.
them, right?
And take care of them.
Yes.
Your parts.
Not
all of
nobody
them.
else's parts. Your
Grab
own
your
parts.
parts.
Keep saying it to the camera.
Right, your parts, people, your parts. Whatever your parts is, just grab them and take care of them. These are the doctor's orders. The doctor said, grab your parts. Whatever those are.
Grab it
And
if you
take
love
care of
Tupac.
them as often as you need to. She said, just grab your part. If you wherever you're at
Grab
right
it
now.
if you
I
love
think wherever
Tupac.
listening, wherever you sitting, just ought to grab your part. Just, you know, look at your neighbor and say, neighbor,
my God.
grab your part. Huh? Just, I'm trying to
You
help the
love
people.
your feet, get your feet, scrub
Yes.
them, put some oil, lotion, whatever it is you choose, right?
Get some lotion and some oils
Take care of your feet.
and grab your part. There you go.
Oh, let's go on. Number 3.
I'm trying to help the people.
Oh, God. Here we go, y'all. this we gonna get deep now.
Deeper than grabbing your parts.
Yeah, I swear, because y'all just took that. Here we go. Number three. Speak into your soul. Okay, meaning tell yourself you're beautiful, right? Speak positive affirmations to
Gosh
yourself.
darn it, people love me.
Put it on Post-its. You know, close to your mirrors, wherever you are, your bedrooms, your walls. I know we have spaces in our homes, right? Or wherever you are that's just for you, right? Speak positivity, speak those affirmations right into yourself. But it starts with the visual, right? So, and you say these things to yourself. You are loved, right? I love me. I am beautiful. You look good today, right? I am whole, right? You want to speak, right? Speak these things into yourself. Don't worry about how much you believe it, right? Don't worry about if somebody else thinks this is true, right? You're loving you. You're loving on you. So you need to speak, right? Speak into your soul, okay? Also, when you say speak into your soul, we set the atmosphere, right? And we use different senses of the body. So it says here, you know, and I like this too. I believe in aromatherapy, right? So lighting the candles, right? Getting your reed diffusers, right? Because your sense of smell creates memories, right? And we want good memories. And so it doesn't necessarily mean you going back to these major events, but these are things that put a smile on your face, right? Find scents that you love, scents that you love, and enjoy them. Right. And so I know that, you know, I'm not going to mention any, you know, well-known stores, but we tend to go candle shopping, right? When they have those out there. And I know diffusers are huge these days, but it's so powerful, right? If you've ever just lit a candle and enjoyed the scent, it just takes you to a whole nother space, right? Just appreciating even that your body can smell, right? These amazing scents. And also even with, I talked about lotions and, you know, oils and things like that. Sit with self, right? To just say, wow, this, how amazing this is, or how amazing this feels on your skin, and just embrace, right? Your body, in the sense that it can produce. Got it? So light those candles and get those reed diffusers and create, you know, the senses of the smell, right? That creates these amazing memories for you. Y'all got candles at the house?
Candles?
Yeah, scented candles. And
I'm not big on scented candles.
oh, okay. I want to shift my attention
On scented
over here.
candles?
You sure?
That I'm not big on scented candles?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Okay, then.
I know I've had them, but I'm not. It's not something that I mean, I used to, yeah, but that was, you know, they were there. I wouldn't have bought them.
Well,
Okay,
I mean,
well,
I
help
mean
me.
that in the sense of like, you know,
What'd you say?
I said, okay, then well, help me.
in the sense of like just lighting it to be with self, right? Kind of going with those positive affirmations, like
Yes.
to the touch, right? You know, a taste, touch, hear, right? What you see, all the senses play a role in you loving yourself, right? So use your senses, right? Even when it comes to taking care of your body, I know I just got through that, but eat foods that bring you pleasure. And I'm not just talking about, you know, bad foods. That's not this. But eat foods that bring you joy, right? Eat food. And again, I'm not shifting to a specific diet, but make sure that you.
What? I just coughed a little bit. Over my cough. That's all I want.
But
That was a real cough.
But you know, we're talking about pleasure, right? We're talking about pleasing the self. It's not. How upset do you get when you don't even enjoy a meal?
Did you say he or we?
Lord.
He.
I just was checking. Yeah, I get very upset if my food is not right.
Yeah. So think about that, right? Make sure speaking into your soul, right? Set the atmosphere. In this last one here, I pulled this
Kiki Jones says Healthy Soul Talk LLC aromatherapy products coming soon.
That is true. That is coming on out, y'all. Just
This is coming next.
Can we see them next time?
don't do that.
Okay.
I
You said don't tell family business no more.
Oh.
I'm trying.
Can we
We
see
trying to
them
get
next
it out.
time?
Oh, wait,
You
was
know-
that your daughter?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
When you create stuff, you got to make sure it lasts, right? So the testing is still there to make sure 6-7 months from now, right? You still smell what you smell.
Wow.
We on it though. It's still smelling. Okay then. Here we go. Write your own rock star introduction. All right. It says, imagine you're on a tour with thousands of screaming fans. How will you be introduced? Right? And it starts out, it gives this, please welcome this brilliant, the amazing, the gorgeous, right? Write your own rock star introduction. I thought that was so cool. Right? Like, what would you put there? And how would you say it? You stand in the mirror and be like, introducing, right?
Here's the girl y'all love to hate.
Really?
Come on now. That's a challenge, right? If you had to introduce yourself as a rock star, right? You can plug in any there, not just a rock star, but you're about to get an award, right? You're this amazing, right? What would you say about yourself? How excited would you be when you say, come on, let me tell you about you?
I've always had the greatest introductions for myself. I was a wrestling fan as a child. So, you always had the good announcers. And then Michael Buffer used to do all of the things for boxing. And, he had those great announcements and, let's get ready to rumble, all that kind of stuff. So I was always had great announcements, I like the, you just break it out, he hails, from the west side of Chicago, all that. I would come in with the whole situation. Be about
Would you highlight your attributes?
absolutely all of
All
it.
right, come on. All right.
I
okay.
would. I ain't gonna do it now, but I would. Yeah, I ain't gonna do it now. I don't want no smoke. But I see all the heads shaking on the other side of that screen over there. I don't see it, but you see it.
Y'all go home and practice, okay? If you with somebody now, right down, hey, I need to practice my rock star introduction. Right, here we go. Listen up, right? Or you do it in the mirror tonight, okay?
That is.
All right, here we go. Next one here. All right, next one here. Number 4. Be the life of your own party. Be the life of your own party. What does that mean? Some things here. Be silly every now and again. Right? Don't be too serious. Okay? Play. Right? Play. I know we have a lot of video games. I know some of the other things we suggest here is finding a sport, some painting, right? We'll talk about painting a little bit later. But have fun. Right? Be spontaneous, right? But be silly every now and again, right? And also laugh. Sometimes you need just a good laugh to lift your spirit. I don't know about you, but I love to laugh.
Yeah.
When I tell y'all,
I'm not a big laugher.
I'm a recovering goofy. I just let that go, Tanya. Because no, I am like, and I can't even shake that off because it's like, yeah, when you get in certain careers and you're supposed to, hey, Dr. Brown, how are you?
Laughing is an absolute necessity, and if you don't,
Talk and crack yourself up.
what is the didn't you? I think you told us this before on some other show about how many times you should laugh in a day or something. If you don't do something, one of your other shows way back when, but it's like if you don't laugh a certain amount of times a day, like my day, if I probably went back and measured the days where I laughed the most were probably the best, and the days that I laughed the least were probably not great. So it's like, what do you need to do to ensure that you're constantly getting the right amount of laughter. And as far as cracking up yourself, oh yeah, I'm funny as hell to me.
Did he just say funny?
Yeah, I'm funny. I cracks, boy. Look here. I am the Richard Pryor of myself. Say what? Huh?
You have to be like you because everything we're talking about, you can't expect other people to do for you.
Right.
So you should be able to make yourself laugh.
If you can't make yourself
crack
laugh,
yourself up,
then you really need to be laying on somebody's couch. Because it's just I think making yourself that I tell people, just like I tell people in church on Sunday, you ain't got to shout. I bring my shout with me.
Yeah.
So I bring my laughter with me. I stay ready.
Yeah.
I stay ready.
Edibles
you know
were
what?
really-
I knew it wasn't gonna be long. I knew Jesus. Lord, when the Spirit let him click on the link, I knew. I just knew. Down in my EKOC, I knew. Hey, glory to God. I knew it was gonna happen. Edibles always work. Do they?
Thank y'all for tuning in. You're tuning in live to the Healthy Soul Talk Show. All y'all on here. Who we
What
got?
do edibles do for the person that don't never laugh?
That's
Wouldn't
a
it
good
make them worse?
question.
Like if you were like do
Yeah, because
like the mean drunk. Is the mean drunk somebody that's already mean?
Yes.
Is the crying drunk somebody that always crying?
Yes. They just magnify.
So the happy
crime.
drunk
is
is always the happy drunk is always. Tanya look confused.
I am.
Why are you confused?
I mean, go ahead, keep on going.
So I'm just wondering if the edibles, if you always a sourpuss all the time, what's the edible gonna do?
It may lighten you up a little bit.
Oh, it might. Oh, so maybe
it'll lighten you up.
maybe it might make you think things are funny that aren't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because
we need to just-
I can imagine like
I'm bringing some edibles to the vendor
if
fam.
I was about to say if I had an edible, y'all would be like, oh my God, what is wrong with her?
Don't do that.
Have you had an edible before?
Nope.
Why you say nope like that? She said nope like she said nope like Brady, Pastor Marcus, Brady. No.
I can only imagine, those who share with me their experiences. I can imagine how I will be.
Oh, you
right?
think you might?
I will need to.
You
My
might
kids
tell
just
something?
lock me in my room. Don't even let me out.
I've never had one either. No, I haven't. I've never had one.
I believe you.
No. Now, Tanya,
Ooh.
have you partaken of the forbidden fruit?
Yes.
Were you all good? You just mellow, just cool.
One time I was
It was this
paranoid.
one time at band camp.
Oh, okay.
One time I was paranoid.
Okay.
I felt like I was doing everything in slow motion
watching me
and everything.
Get no fantasy.
And I
This
quiet,
show
baby.
is going so far left.
I think the other one.
When I'm sitting in my room.
Oh my God.
She's scared of that song.
How much did you
One
eat?
was a
You know
cookie.
they have edible dinners.
They have gummy bears.
They got edible what?
dinners. They
Like
have,
the whole dinner is edible?
Yes,
I
it's Lexi's
promise
Stop
you.
playing.
This
Listen,
one girl, she
chefs.
cooks.
is it on Uber Eats?
Lexi's Kitchen.
What?
Lexi's Kitchen. She makes CBD.
Edible
Yeah, I'm
dinners.
Serious. I'm serious.
Yes.
Yes, there are such things. Some chefs do infused
Yes,
dishes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they do.
you can have an egg roll.
Okay. I don't know if I help somebody there, but laugh. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Put some me time on your calendar. All right.
y'all
I'm
are
all about the
Put some
me time. Yes.
Okay, let's go on to the next one before we
Yeah,
get
we're
in
not-
trouble
yeah.
here.
Oh, THC laced dishes. Wow.
Now don't do it yourself.
Yeah, because your butter,
Don't do it
your butter
yourself.
ratio
You make yourself
gonna mess
sick.
you.
All
Oh.
right. So they're people who do this,
Oh, so go to the professionals.
or they come to you.
Oh, okay. So you saying I can get some collard greens?
What? I don't think you want to put it in. I think they do like dishes that you can, because collard greens you boil or,
Yeah.
but no, they use.
They don't have like a
that other type of
seasoning?
No, this is in.
It's infused.
It's infused. Like
You can get them in cakes. You can,
Yeah.
like I said.
I can see the cakes.
they have like
So you saying I can't get an edible pork chop? Is what you telling me?
you can with
Yeah.
the gravy, the sauce. Right?
Oh, the sauce.
Or marinade.
Also, if it's like a baked pork chop or
Yeah,
pork
it's
chops with
infused.
gravy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Infused. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's
Go
get back
ahead.
to it because I don't
All
want
right.
nobody to ask how I know. All right.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out for somebody saying they never had. You sure got a whole lot of information. You ain't never had none, but I know all the information in the world. I don't
He
know.
said, Doc, come over my house.
What? He said,
Which
come over.
doctor? Dr. Thomas or Dr. Gang? Yeah, y'all both show up.
He said, Doc, come over my house. Oh, okay.
Oh my God. Okay, here we go. Next one here. Embrace your relationship with nature. Right? First thing you can do is buy yourself fresh flowers. Right? You like flowers, Tanya? Like
Yes.
yeah. Fresh flowers, right? Around your house. A lot of people grew gardens, right? Not just vegetable gardens, but flowers, right?
Edible gardens.
Buy yourself fresh flowers. And I like sunflowers, right? I grew those in my garden. I don't know, I just like how tall they get and they're huge,
Yeah, they're pretty.
right? Yeah, and so I just noticed that just looking at them, taking care of them, right? Because they get really strong and tall there.
Are you making sunflower seeds?
No,
You said you grew sunflowers.
the flower. It's the big flower.
So where do the sunflower seeds come from?
I have no idea. Now see, we acting like
I think I'm asking a real question.
Let's get back to it.
I'm asking a
Okay,
real question.
But she a mental health provider.
She's not a horticulturalist. You're not a horticulturalist. You didn't get a degree in that too. They didn't just throw that one in there.
And you got the green thumb.
Oh
so
my
is
God,
that
what?
really true?
I don't know.
You took it.
That was high school. You finna make me go back there? I don't remember. I barely remember yesterday.
Here we go.
Come on.
Take a walk without a destination, right?
Let's take a
It's a great way to get some exercise and clear your mind, right? Again, using the senses. Be mindful of what you see, hear, and feel
free your mind.
while you're on this. You know, that's now. Don't walk anywhere where you need to be conscious of where you are, right? But there are some great places to go.
So
Right?
what I heard you say was don't play in traffic.
Well, no, there's certain areas you don't want to walk in. You know, smelling and seeing everything, right?
Walk in the light.
Okay, Dr. Brown says they come from the sunflower. It's the dark inside of the. I gotta check that out.
See there? You got a whole set of sunflower seeds gonna come up here next week talking
She
about
said
some-
she wants to
cold,
grow
show, cold,
sunflowers, and
show.
that was the flower of her choice.
Yeah,
If she
I
could
like the
grow it.
flower. I ain't looking for the seeds though.
Yeah.
You don't eat sunflower seeds?
I don't.
Me neither.
I eat the
It's-
kernels. Nah, I don't eat. I don't like the cracking of the shells, but I do eat the
So you eat the already cracked sunflower seeds?
Stop it. I
I
understand.
live
I
in
live in
Austin.
Austin. I had better have a destination. You listen, y'all. Stop it.
Yes. Just in
Get,
case you
get
get
out
stopped
into
by Oak
nature.
Park.
You just can't be right. You better go on over that Old Park side. I'm gonna be walking down Austin. Talking about I don't know where I'm going.
And like they say, breathe the fresh air. And I know that we're in the inner city, right? But there are some when you're traveling, right? So when you're on vacation, you're traveling to different states. I noticed that when we drive to like Mississippi, like the air changes, the quality of the air changes, as we're driving further south. And so these are times you want to embrace nature, right? I love looking at the highway, right? Especially when you get to all the fields and you see the animals, even those unpleasant scents, right? That you have. It's like those are not everyday scents, right? That you smell, but it's nature. It's a part of, cattle. So I really do embrace that. Dr. Brown said you shack the flower and bake the. Nah, I can't kill the flowers. Is it you shake or shack? Okay, hold on.
Y'all was talking about
Looking at shanks. now.
grabbing your parts earlier, so now he talking about shacking the flower. So I don't
God.
know.
Anyway, okay, get out and get into nature. Feel the breeze. Breathe the fresh air. Okay, just let
You're
it.
trying to give
Fall
the
on you.
G-rated version. You over here giving the R-rated.
God.
He said shack the flowers. I didn't know what
Shake the
shack the flowers. Oh, shake.
I would do that. Shake the flower. Okay, I can do that. Now I can shake the flower.
He did say Shaq. I was like, what is Shaq?
I thought it was shank. Nah, I was gonna say. All right, here we go. Next one here. Connect with your creativity, right? create something, right? Many of us have gotten away from actually making things. Create some artwork, right? Write something, build something, make something that didn't exist before, right? No matter how major or quote unquote minor, not something you'll get out there and, publish or necessarily do a trademark for, but tap into your creative side, right? And I appreciate that because I've heard a lot of sipping paints.
Yes.
So put aside the sip for a minute.
And paint.
What?
The painting though was amazing. That's amazing to me. Whoever, created this idea, just that really, I've done that. And what the product of that made me feel amazing. Right. And it's actually, I never thought I can create a painting, first of all, but the canvas and, you're taking your time, enjoying the company. And, of course, if you have some libations going on, you good with that. Right. But just that whole concept of connecting with your creativity. Right. Mm-hmm. And then do something that's only for you. Right. A lot of times, especially when you have families, it's like everything you do involves everybody in the house. Mm-hmm. Right. But if there's a restaurant you want to go to that you enjoy, focus on you, right? Just do you, get you something, right? And I know that may sound like my daughter's still on here.
No, it doesn't sound crazy.
Okay.
I was telling my friends sometimes like you have to go and do it by yourself.
Yeah.
And say check in. I said because once you check in, there go everybody like, why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't invite me?
Yeah.
Okay. So when the invite comes, are you coming or not?
Well, you know what? One thing, let me just say, my daughter, she grown. She go do her.
Did you say going on grown?
She grown. She's grown.
Oh.
Grown.
Like now you just tell me stuff. Not I said ask, can you do it? Right? I appreciate that she just does things for herself, right? She's doing a lot of traveling and just, creating her own experiences and just, being responsible, right? But just being adventurous.
Some people do solo travel.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And so just embracing and, doing things, right, while she's on these trips. I think she went scuba diving and just some other stuff where I was like, wow, right? Kudos to you, right, for trying new things and, allowing yourself to experience. You didn't need a crowd, right? Or you was just her girls from high school, not even a lot of them, but just they're making sure individually, right, that they are, experiencing everything that's out there to enjoy. So I appreciate that. So do something that's only for you, right? And then the last thing here is when you talk about connecting with your creativity, add color to your surroundings, right? So I often say, what does your personal space look like? Does it have a lot of beige, right? A lot of tan color, right? Think about colors because colors uplift, right, your spirit. Colors, right?
Colors.
Sometimes the color of walls can contribute to your sadness or your depressive state. Does that make sense? Because we know that the eyes, again, using your senses, right? Color brightens, right? It brightens what you see. So even, artwork on the wall, a lot of people buy abstract paintings for the color, right? Because it uplifts the mood. And it just says here, make sure that you introduce energetic colors where you work and where you live. All right. So splash those walls, right, with some color. Get some things that you can look at. Hey, when I feel a certain way, wow, right? That amazing color, right? Or whatever that is, it actually makes me feel good. All right. Here we go. Last one here, right? I've been thinking of taking is that archery class?
Yes.
Okay. Come on now, Ernest. Come on with it. Yes. Last one here. Enjoy the moment, right? Enjoy the moment. Be present, right? Be intentional about experiencing what's happening right now. It's all about the journey. Don't miss yours.
Ooh, Ernest says, I've been thinking about taking an archery class.
He just said that.
Who just said that?
She did. Dr. Thomas.
I'm 51.
Okay. Hold on
He
to
was
it
enjoying the moment.
Right, I was enjoying the moment. I'm 51.
Oh my God.
Ernest, where you taking the class at, man? That's pretty good. You know, archery includes axe throwing, knives, bow and arrows, spears, all those things. What?
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, we had an idea.
I'm just trying to help the people.
Just don't hurt nobody, okay? Here we go. All right, so you got to enjoy the moment. Be present, right? Treat yourself. It says here we struggle to be disciplined, especially with money and food. You deserve a reward, right? So treat yourself, okay? And then tune out the naysayers. People criticize for many reasons, most of which have nothing to do with you. Follow your heart. Not everyone has to get it. All right. And I like to end on that because sometimes we live life based on how others will perceive us. And we are definitely living in a time where you have to make sure everything you do for you, every decision that you make is based on an internal influence. It's inside of you to do. And there's an assessment that all of us has to continually do, and that is to make sure every day you wake up that you live for you and not the people around you. That you live for you and not the people you work with, right? That you live for you, right? And not that person you feel like should take care of you for the rest of your life. You have to make sure that you live for you, that you are the captain of your ship when it comes to identifying and doing what makes you happy, content, and brings joy on the inside. If you look for other people to fill these areas of your life, you will always be disappointed and devastated, right? And so a lot of ways to avoid rejection is to stop expecting other people to make you happy. And I often ask people this question, right? Like, how many doors do you open to get rejected? Does that make sense? So those people who don't want to hang out with you, or they don't pick up the phone, or they only call you when they want something, right? Stop opening the door, right? Because sometimes we keep opening the door for rejection, right? And so assess that, because you can live a happy life, right, by introducing and making sure you stay in the presence of or get the resources you need, right? That gets you the meaningful life that you deserve, right? So if you want to go to the movies, go to the movies. If you want to go out to social gatherings, right, it's okay to be invited to places, but don't go with the expectation, right, that you must go with a large crowd yourself, right, to have a good time. It's important that you understand that you are the primary person. You are the primary person that brings happiness into your life. Because if you don't know how to make you happy, it is impossible to share with somebody else how they can make you happy. It's impossible, right? Because you don't know what makes you content in the first place.
That's good.
Right? So this All About Self is really finding how you love you, right? From top to bottom. Okay? How you love you. So I hope that these, I know we we said a lot of things here, but these are so true, right? These are practical things that we actually push to the side, right? So make sure that you love you by doing something every day that tells your body how much you love it. Right? How much you love it. Okay? All right. There we go. There we go. Thank y'all for tuning in. Oh, Ernest put, we got some comments here. Is that Olympic recurve? I hope I said that right.
Yeah, for the archery.
For the bows.
Olympic recurve bows in Oak Park. Okay. All right.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
Right. Don't forget to grab your pods and shake.
Oh, my God. Shake?
Shack. I'm sorry. And grab your pots and shack your flowers.
Shake the flowers so the seeds could come out.
Oh.
It say nothing about shaking no other part. Although if you feel like dancing in the mirror, Go ahead and shake what the Lord blessed you with. I believe in that. Yes. Yes. Come on now. Dr. Brown, don't do it. Don't do it. I'm tuning in. What time is it? I'm tuning in at 8 to make sure you don't say nothing off the wall. Yes, I am. What? What are we doing? Oh my God. If you need some music to shake what the Lord gave you later on, we just gave you a snippet.
I'm just trying to help the people. We want to help the people do what they need to do for self-love.
Yes.
That's all.
Yes.
Love on yourself.
Dance on
That's
with
right.
your bad self.
Kiss yourself. All that.
Okay, y'all. Tune in next week. How many more weeks we got until July? Because we just...
I don't know, but if everybody keep grabbing their parts, it's going to be real happy come August.
All right, y'all. Enjoy the rest of your evening. We out of here.
Grab your parts. Not your partners.
I said love your parts.
Oh, love on your parts. You said grab your parts.
Take care of your parts.
Take care of your parts.
Right? Oil them up.
Oil them up.
Make them smooth.
Make them smooth.
Wash them.
Wash them. It's your parts. I just want to help the people.
All right, y'all. We out.